It caused chaos among parents upon its explosive launch.
It's as close as you can get to like killing someone without like being arrested or really killing someone.
It turned a good franchise into a legendary franchise. It changed open world games forever. It blurred the line of what's okay and not okay in a video game, and it brought player freedom to a whole new level. Grand Theft Auto 3 is the stupidest game ever made, and I absolutely love it. Released in 2001 by Rockstar Games, Rockstar wanted to change up GTA after Grand Theft Auto 2 failed miserably, and GTA 1 still held the trophy of the most sold GTA game of all time. Well, Rockstar changed up a lot of things with Grand Theft Auto 3, giving it one protagonist instead of multiple, an engaging narrative, full voice acting, and character animations.
Am I gonna get to play with your big ends again?
I'll be with you in a minute, Sparkplug. Hey, I'm Joey.
But the most groundbreaking thing at the time was the game being entirely in 3D. There were a lot of updated mechanics in GTA 3. I mean, when you look at the title screen for GTA 1, you'll probably be saying to yourself, damn, that shit's outdated. When you look at GTA 3, it's a little more doable. Then you look at GTA 5 and think, okay, you can do better than that. I really liked the PlayStation 2 title screens. They were simple but effective. I think that the colorful artwork of GTA 5 and the plain white text makes this title screen really cluttered and looks like some sort of fan-made concept on Reddit. Now back to my original claim. I said GTA 3 is the most stupid game ever made. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, Justin, if you really think that, why would you be making this video? Let me explain. It's actually an amazing game, but the whole game is about interacting with AI, whether it's AI in cars, AI with guns, and the AI is super outdated. When you play Grand Theft Auto 3, the reason you died could have been a skill issue, but it was probably just the game bullshitting you. Being a Grand Theft Auto game, GTA 3 follows the design of go to a mission, go here, do that, mission complete. Now on these missions, you'd think the bad guys are the NPCs that the good guys want dead. Well, you'd be wrong, because the real enemy of GTA 3 is the innocent civilians driving straight into the combat, causing chain explosions, making the game way harder than it needs to be.
Fight the power, brother.
Something that I love about GTA 3 is that it's unapologetically stupid in its design. The cutscenes are very straightforward with telling you what to do without providing a lot of context. Except for, they're messing with our business, go whack those guys. The radio stations are really funny, and I especially love Chatterbox.
Winter was invented by clothing companies. Clothes are unnecessary. They're ugly. Have you ever cooked in the nude?
No, look, is this leading anywhere? Because, I mean, we've got a lot of other people waiting to talk about real things here.
Nudity is real. Open your eyes. Take off your pants. Come on. Come on, Laszlo.
You know, he treats me good, but he don't seem real interested in me. You know, he's always working and hanging out with the guys. Say, you don't think he's like you, do you?
What do you mean, like me? Well, what are you insinuating? That he's on the radio? Well, probably not. You're listening to Chatterbox.
Liberty City was great before phones ruined everything.
Liberty City was a church, a cow pasture, and 3 houses when the telephone was invented.
Liar!
You're the liar.
Liar, liar, pants on fire.
What are you? Are you 3 years old?
Laszlo's a liar. Laszlo's a liar. I bet that isn't even your real name.
Shut up.
You shut up.
Stupid.
Nanny, nanny, boo-boo. Stick your head in doo-doo.
Oh, we're going to commercials.
I think it's a real shame that Laszlo left Rockstar back in 2020. He was an amazing in-game radio host and writer. I loved his role in Grand Theft Auto 5, and as good as I know GTA 6 will be, it won't be the same without Laszlo. Back to GTA 3 being goofy though, the NPC dialogue makes no sense at all. And it's really comical driving around Liberty City and hearing the gibberish that they spout.
His mother's coming, she hates. We're going to a room. She's the mother of my children.
It's all just very absurd. That's the best way I can describe GTA 3. The world, the characters, the gameplay is all so funny, and it makes it all the more fun to play. I usually will only play open world games if they have a good story, but Grand Theft Auto 3's vibe carries the entire game in my opinion. The story of GTA 3 isn't necessarily bad though. Cloud is a silent protagonist, his crazy ex-girlfriend tried to kill him, so he starts rising up the criminal ranks in Liberty City while searching for her to take revenge. You know, when I saw that GTA 6's protagonists were a couple, and one of them was a silent white dude, and the other seems to be some crazy Latina, it made me a little worried about Jason's fate, considering the last time there was a GTA couple that matched that description. But let's hope history doesn't repeat itself. GTA 3's gameplay is just video gamey. In the age of AAA games that we're in right now, video games are becoming more realistic and impressive, and while I 100% am all for GTA 6 being as realistic as possible, there's a certain charm to GTA 3 and 5 for not hiding that, at the end of the day, they're just silly video games. Grand Theft Auto 3 also had a lot of cut content. The game released on the 23rd of October 2001, and I'm sure many of you guys know that a month before there was a devastating attack on the World Trade Center. GTA 3 was a really violent video game at the time, and it just so happened to take place in the exact same city as the 9/11 attacks. So Dan Houser and the team needed to make some changes fast so that the game was appropriate considering what had just happened. There was a domestic terrorist named Darkle who would give the player missions. His character was cut and his missions had some minor changes and were given to other characters instead. The Dodo, which is the only plane in GTA 3, was made unflyable. There was also supposed to be online multiplayer that had game modes such as Deathmatch, Team Deathmatch Stealth, which I think is interesting. I'm not sure how that would work, Capture the Flag, Rat Race, and Domination. Speaking of online GTA, I hope that GTA 6 has a competitive option. Maybe they could have ranked Deathmatch or something like that, because in my opinion, GTA Online being casual is great, but I think letting competitive players be competitive instead of trying to compete with randoms just minding their own business would be a really good idea. GTA 3 was also supposed to have a first-person mode, and Grand Theft Auto never got a proper first-person perspective until the 8th generation console and PC release of GTA 5. The first-person mode would have looked something like this. With mods, you can restore some of the cut content. While some of the changes I just mentioned were not cut because of the 9/11 attacks, a lot were, and Dan Houser, the co-founder of Rockstar, had this to say regarding the tragedy. We removed only one mission that referenced terrorists and changed a few other cosmetic details. Car details, a couple of pedestrian comments, lines of radio dialogue, etc. The game came out a very short time later. The biggest change was the US packaging, which remixed the previous packaging into what became our signature style. Because the previous packaging was, we felt, too raw after the 9/11 attacks. You know, people talk a lot about GTA Online and how it has really poor writing, and most people blame it on the silent protagonist, but I entirely disagree. I think that just because a game has a silent protagonist, it takes away from the experience. I think Baldur's Gate 3 is a great example of that, and if we're talking only Rockstar, Red Dead Online is also a good example of that. RDO has its own campaign that is really fun to play with friends, and the reason I'm talking about this in a GTA 3 video is because GTA 3 also is a silent protagonist, but because the story goes on and handles it really well, it's still engaging. GTA 6's Online should have a main campaign of some sort if they're going to have a silent protagonist, because GTA 5's Online feels really messy in that department. Take notes from GTA 3, it did it right. The original game is not available on Steam, but you can buy the original game for Xbox at second-hand stores and play them backwards compatibly on your Xbox 360, One, and Series X. If you're playing it on PC, I won't tell you quite how to find the games, but if you happen to stumble upon them, make sure to install the silent patch so you can play the game in 60 FPS and turn on frame sync, so that reversing in cars actually works and your game doesn't crash all the time. You're welcome. I highly recommend. So what do you guys think? Did you play GTA 3 in your childhood, or have you played it at all? Make sure to leave your thoughts in the comments below, and I'll respond as soon as I possibly can. Of course, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video, and make sure to have a good one. I say it a lot, but I really am happy that I get to make these videos about a game series that I absolutely love, and your guys' continued support, it means the world to me. Anyways, have a good one.